On Nightside, the Zags are crushed in the Players Era Festival Championship game. Sports director Jack Wallace breaks down what happened.
Another round of wet weather in your Thanksgiving First Alert forecast. I'll time it out for you and have the weekend outlook for travel over the passes.
And a shooting in D.C. critically injures 2 members of the National Guard. What investigators know so far about the suspect. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Well, today, the 12th-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs took on the 7th-ranked Michigan Wolverines in Vegas. Thanks for staying up with us for Nightside. I'm Kirsten O'Connor, joined by sports director Jack Wallace.
And tonight featured the championship game for the Players Era Festival. The winner walking away with $1 million. The Zags, they're playing their 3rd game in 3 days up against one of the best front courts of the nation in this highly hyped-up non-conference battle. Opening tip between the Zags and Wolverines goes the way of the Big Blue. Yaxel Lindeborg hits the open 3. Man, he is just so good. Quick early start for Michigan, and that start grows to an 8-point lead. Mario St. turnover, a little Euro step by Elliot Cadeau. There's the double-digit lead. Michigan now up 16 halfway through the first half. Namari Burnett right on Jalen Warley. That's another 3. This one's starting to get ugly. Zags allowed 50-plus points at the half for the first time in 4 years. There's Burnett again for 3. Second half going somehow even worse for the Zags. Wolverines by 35. It's all Michigan late, too. They roll right over the Zags tonight. Gonzaga absolutely embarrassed in a 101-61 rout, the worst loss in the Mark Few era. It's also the largest margin of victory for Michigan over an AP poll-ranked team ever, and the biggest margin of loss for the Zags against anybody since 1990. Graham Ike, the big man, played perhaps his worst game in a Gonzaga uniform. He was held for 0 for 9 shooting from the field, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. Good news, though, Gonzaga has the next 9 days off before another tough game against the number 19 Kentucky Wildcats, that game at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. We'll be back later on in sports to check in on the Cougs and Vandals. They both had some pretty fun action tonight, too. Kirsten, back to you.
All right, Jack, thank you. AAA predicts 82 million people are traveling this Thanksgiving. Nationwide gas prices remain high, and airports expect the busiest travel days right after Thanksgiving. And around the inland Northwest, roads are already congested as people are heading to their family gatherings. One man we spoke with says planning ahead can save both time and money during the holiday rush.
You have to make all your appointments on one day, go home, stay home, and then go again.
There's one option for you. Travelers can use apps like Gas Buddy to find cheaper fuel prices, and crossing into Idaho does save about 70 cents a gallon. Washington drivers should check WashDOT's interactive map for real-time road conditions. And Idaho travelers can download the Idaho 511 app for current road updates. Speaking of, we have Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker here with me, and the roads have been looking pretty good.
Yeah, my daughter got off work in Redmond and just zipped over the pass, no problem, and
Fantastic.
The fog has even lifted.
Oh, great.
Yes, hopefully everybody's already where they need to be, but if you are waiting for someone, they should not have any problems on the roads. Temperatures are above freezing in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Again, we did have some areas of dense fog earlier in the evening, even a dense fog advisory for a time, but that has been lifted along with the fog. And we're looking at overcast conditions right now. There is some rain on the way. It's taking its sweet time. Here's our forecast radar starting off at our current time. A sprinkle or two, some light precipitation possible overnight. Then we will get a little bit of a break early in the morning if you're heading out for a pre-turkey trot run or have to get something done outside early. You'll be in good shape, but then the rain moves in by 9, 10 o'clock. Here's 11 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll have rain off and on through the day. This is one of those days where I will be consulting my First Alert weather app and looking at the radar frequently. Here's 10 o'clock tomorrow night with that rain still in progress, and that will likely continue through early Friday morning, where you may run into a little bit of snow over Lookout Pass in the morning. Otherwise, Friday's a great day to drive. Saturday looking good. A slight chance of snow on Stevens Pass. And then Sunday, big travel day No problems. Right now it looks completely dry over the passes. Tomorrow, not dry at all. In fact, a chance of rain from start to finish. Temperatures above average, 41. 38 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and Wildlife Wednesday in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
Thank you so much, Chris. Tonight, 2 members of the National Guard are in critical condition after being shot while on duty near the White House in D.C. In just the last few hours, the suspect has been identified. ABC's Alex Stone has the details.
Only 2 blocks away from the White House, 2 National Guard members met with gunfire in what investigators are saying was a targeted shooting.
It appears, like I said, to be a lone gunman that raised a firearm and ambushed these members of the National Guard.
While the motive is not yet clear, sources tell ABC News the FBI is currently investigating the shooting as a potential act of international terrorism, suggesting authorities are trying to determine if it was inspired by an international terrorist organization. Witnesses say at around 2 in the afternoon near a metro station where the National Guard was on patrol, the shooter raised his arm and opened fire. The suspected shooter is an Afghan national who entered the U.S. in 2021.
Let's start moving!
The glass in a nearby bus shelter shattered. ABC News cameraman Chris Plater telling our ABC's Jay O'Brien he heard the gunfire and went toward it to get images like these.
One National Guard was lying on his side. They were rendering aid to him. The other National Guard member that was down, and I saw compressions going on.
The victims, both National Guard members from West Virginia, who were on orders from the president to help reduce crime in the nation's capital. Investigators say the gunman was tracking the National Guardsmen before opening fire. The alleged shooter, authorities say, was subdued by other Guard members and was taken into custody, critically injured himself.
We will bring the perpetrator of this barbaric attack to swift and certain justice if the bullets going in the opposite direction haven't already done that.
In the wake of the shooting, President Trump is ordering the Pentagon to send an additional 500 National Guard troops to Washington. Trump saying on social media the man who opened fire will, quote, pay a very steep price. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, homeless outreach teams are working in every police precinct in Spokane, including downtown. It's all part of a new model the city is using to crack down on people camping on sidewalks. These teams say most of the calls they respond to are from people calling 311, but they also work with Spokane police if needed. The outreach teams are directing people to the Daytime Navigation Center on Cannon Street, and they're also picking people up to help get them there.
We honor, what's best for the person, but we can call the transportation line for the navigation center and have people picked up. We can do bus passes, and we can also transport too if that's what's needed.
The city has put an emphasis on cracking down on people camping on sidewalks, especially downtown. Since October 28th, police have handed out hundreds of citations, and 63% were given in the downtown area. For many, the holidays are a time of joy and celebration, but for those who've lost a loved one, this time of the year can be especially difficult. One Spokane mother is experiencing that as she goes through her first Thanksgiving without her son, who died of a fentanyl overdose in March. But Katara Johnson-Jones is channeling her pain into purpose by creating a community resource center that honors her son's memory. The new Gabriel's Challenge resource kiosk is located in the Northtown Mall, and it offers a low-barrier space for people dealing with addiction, their families, and anyone to get access to services.
It's important because sometimes you don't know where to start, and this space is designed to change that.
Johnson-Jones says the goal is to create a safe space for people to talk and get support, also connect with recovery resources. The official grand opening for the space is next Tuesday. Still to come here on Nightside, where you shop this holiday season matters more than you think. Local Spokane businesses depend on these next few weeks to survive. Why your dollars count. And while most of the snow we saw last night has melted, the next round of wet weather is moving in. We'll tell you when. Don't go away.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU and Volunteers Count.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. See your local GMC dealer.
I burned every bridge and I broke every relationship in my life. I miss holidays, I miss birthdays, and I hurt the people that I love. But you don't have to get to that point, the point of desperation in life or death, because there's hope and there's help available. You just have to receive it and make the first step to getting help. There's a life that God has for you in the future much better than the life you're living now.
My world come alive. Hey, hey. I'll be here for you. You'll be there for me. Oh, it feels so good to help somebody. It's nothing but joy. Feeling joy. Feeling joy. Joy makes such a beautiful life.
It's time to go see my good pal Jimmy Kimmel.
Kimmel's all new.
Finally, some good news.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. What was your real name?
James Christian Kimmel. You think this is a name I chose?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
4 News Now is brought to you by Visit Downtown Coeur d'Alene this holiday season.
Welcome back. We have a look at Snoqualmie Pass from earlier today. This footage given to us by our affiliate in Seattle using a drone to capture it. And as you can see, lots of snow blanketing the majority of the area, but the roads were mostly clear when this was all taken. And Chris was just talking about her daughter making her way over here. I have been anxious. I can't imagine how you've been feeling, Mama.
Yeah, it is a nervous feeling when the pass comes into play this time of year, but yeah, no problem. And that was the hard part. Now things will be pretty smooth the rest of the holiday weekend. 4 things to know. It is going to be a rainy Thanksgiving. Snow level in eastern Washington and North Idaho up around 3,500 feet or higher. We're going to be mostly dry on Friday, other than a brief period in the morning, mainly in the central panhandle. And then we're heading into a cold weekend. We did get a ½ an inch of snow at the airport in Spokane. That is our first official snow of the season. The latest we've had our first snow in the year since 2008, and 2008 was that big snowpocalypse year where we had over 97 inches of snow. So it doesn't mean anything that we got a late start. Your turkey trot forecast, if you're heading out, starts at 9, at least the one in Manitou Park, and that is a little iffy, but I think you might make it through dry with rain coming in a little bit later. Unless you're going to leisurely stroll and hang around, you might see the rain picking up on you, because we do have a warm front coming through tonight. Here's 4 o'clock Thursday. Still some rain in progress. We'll keep that rain going, and then here is Friday morning with just that little arm of snow that may bring some snow to Lookout Pass in the morning. Then we are dry the rest of Friday and Saturday. Here's Saturday at 5 o'clock, but we're in this northerly flow, so we are going to bring some colder air in, especially at night. And then early next week, we may start to see some snow developing around the region again. Here is your planning forecast then. Rain tomorrow, a little bit of wet weather Friday morning, starting the day off at 35, so we're looking at all rain. Then we cool down quite a bit for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, temperatures in the mid-30s with a mix of sun and clouds. A little bit of snow possible Monday or Tuesday. Some of the coldest, well, the coldest overnight lows of the season so far. We did get down to 28 this week, so we've had our one day in the 20s in Spokane. It is Wildlife Wednesday time, starting off with this picture from our friend Mark Vogt of a thirsty coyote and a thick-coated coyote. Everybody's got such a thick coat, which makes me wonder what they know about the weather. But looking healthy, and it won't be long before that water will be frozen. The Eagles are back at Lake Coeur d'Alene, and I've gotten some amazing photos. I love this one from Susie Corpay, who had this shot of an eagle snatching a kokanee salmon. You can see in her talons there if you look closely. And finally, this fierce hunter, Larry Crumpleman, shared this photo of a northern pygmy owl, one of the feistiest, orneriest birds of prey they are, but only about the size of a deck of cards, Kirsten. But don't let size fool you.
Yeah, they have a funny little nickname, don't they? I gotta look that back up.
Murder? What is it?
Yeah, murder
it's something
owl
with
or
murder
something.
in it.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
It is. They're scary. I'll look that up. I forgot
They're so
what it was
cute.
too.
They're scary. All right, thanks, Chris. Well, for many, Black Friday marks the beginning of holiday shopping. The National Retail Federation estimates Americans will spend $1 trillion this holiday season. But as the spending spree kicks off, local stores are competing hard for consumer dollars. Small businesses across the city are offering special promotions to get customers in the store. And on Saturday, the Downtown Spokane Partnership is hosting an event at Annie's Bookstore that includes giveaways, book signings, and pop-up shops.
Well, it always does bring more customers in on those days. And yes, that's what all Black Friday people are trying to do is, we are all competing to get the customers for the Christmas sales.
Some of these stores say they depend on the sales made during the holiday season. The Downtown Spokane Partnership says the money spent at these local businesses helps the local economy, and that's why the organization is helping with that extra push to convince shoppers to buy local this season. Well, the holidays bring joy, but also stress. How to protect your peace when family gatherings get overwhelming when we come back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Now well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Equinox models.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. Where delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Form or function?
Should we push the timeline?
Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster.
Even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
4 News Now is brought to you by Clark's Diamond Jewelers.
Welcome back to Nightside. Tomorrow, the Salvation Army will once again be providing a free home-cooked meal for anyone who needs one. The Salvation Army expects about 400 people to walk through their doors. But make sure to get there early because it takes a lot of people deciding to donate their time to get these meals prepared. Today, one Cub Scout troop decided to lend a hand.
The Cub Scout troop is decorating, and they're setting up all the silverware and really just making this an inviting setting for everyone that's going to come. And this is going to be a packed room tomorrow.
The Salvation Army will be serving meals between noon and 2 p.m. at its location right off of East Indiana Avenue. The Scale House Market, Spokane Valley's year-round farmers market, will be holding its first winter market this weekend. It'll feature dozens of vendors, multicultural foods, Santa photos, and lots more. Scale House says the event will offer a vibrant mix of indoor and outdoor shopping, family-friendly activities, and seasonal treats to kick off the holiday season. It'll be open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The photos with Santa are happening from 10 to 2 this Saturday and then 11 to 3 on Sunday. And now for some of our top trending stories through the 4 News Now Story Tracker. 3, the Spokane County Medical Examiner has identified the 11-year-old boy who died early Monday in a house fire he reportedly started on Rowan Avenue as Jasani Wilson. Spokane Public Schools confirmed the boy was a student there and provided extra counselors. The Red Cross is helping the 6 displaced family members. 2, the Downriver Grill on Northwest Boulevard, which opened in 2003, is up for sale. According to a post by the owners on Facebook, the last day of service will be Saturday, December 20th. And 1, captain of the Freeman High School cheerleading team, Allison Dashell, will be performing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade tomorrow. She was selected to join the Spirit of America team alongside around 1,600 other cheerleaders and dancers from across the country. So look out for her when you're watching the parade. You can find each of these stories and more at KXLY.com. And if you're going to be flying for Thanksgiving, the TSA has some tips on the foods that you can bring in carry-ons. Baked goods and meats like turkey and ham, either frozen or cooked or uncooked, are all okay. So are stuffing, casseroles, and cooked macaroni and cheese in a pan. But if you're planning on bringing anything in a glass container or a can, like alcohol or cranberry sauce, those can be brought if they're in a checked bag. The holidays are meant to be a time of joy, but for many it is stressful, with large family gatherings putting pressure on everyone to please everyone. So how do you protect your peace and preserve your energy this upcoming holiday season? Here's CNN's Michael Yoshida.
As many Hollywood films show,
no politics on Thanksgiving.
Heading home for the holidays.
The point I was making, Joanne, if I might make my own point,
can turn a time of joy into one of stress and emotional outbursts.
I think we've all experienced that. All of a sudden, you're like, why am I being a jerk?
Life coach Bea Albina says gathering with family and friends can trigger old codependency and people-pleasing habits, leading to anxiety and not acting like yourself.
It's a lot of pressure on us to be who we have come to believe they want us to be, and not necessarily to be ourselves.
Planning ahead and understanding what's likely to happen and how you'll react or respond can help. Getting your mind set as well as your body's nervous system balanced and ready for what may be thrown your way.
If you walk in dysregulated, meaning your nervous system's a hot mess, your nervous system thinks you're 13 and not 33 or 43, then every little comment's going to feel like death by 1,000 cuts.
Albina offers this for calming your nerves.
Simply looking around and naming the things you can see. And I like to add a phrase that's supportive. For me, it's, I am safe enough.
And for family or friends who always seem to make a comment, try this.
Practice saying, oh, and like legit just leave it hanging there. And that stare, that moment of I'm not engaging any further, is a quiet and simple way to stay on your side of the street in your dignity, in your integrity.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
Well, Thanksgiving dinner can leave you feeling stuffed and sometimes uncomfortable, but a family physician says there are simple steps you can take before, during, and after your holiday meal to avoid the bloat. Dr. Sarah Sams with the American Academy of Family Physicians says start with a light breakfast. Don't skip it completely because an empty stomach leads to overeating. She also recommends eating slowly and spacing out different parts of the meal over time.
Make sure that you put your fork down between bites so that you're actually taking time to digest and to let your body catch up and your brain to catch up with that sense of feeling full.
And she also says staying hydrated throughout the day can help your metabolism and digestive system. After the meal, resist the urge to nap. Instead, take a light walk or do some exercise, but avoid strenuous activities because your digestive system needs blood flow to process the food properly. It's a lot of advice.
I'm just gonna eat.
I hope you can just enjoy it.
I'm just going to eat. I'm excited.
I like that, Jack. Well, the Washington State Cougars conclude their Maui Invitational Tournament today.
And the up and down run to wrap this up, they faced a pretty solid Seton Hall squad in Hawaii. Check out how the Cougs did against the one-loss Big East Risers. That and plenty more coming right up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's Stump Mark, only on Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. 'Tis the season to cozy up for country music's most magical night of the year, CMA Country Christmas. Sing in the holidays with Riley Green, Lady A, Little Big Town, Parker McCullum, Megan Maroney, Susan Tedeschi, Derek Trucks, and B.B. Winans. Lauren Daigle and Jordan Davis host.
Merry Christmas.
CMA Country Christmas, Tuesday on ABC, and next day on Hulu and Disney+.
The Walker's Furniture Black Friday sale is here. Get huge store-wide savings and incredible doorbuster deals.
Plus, save up to $900 on top name brand mattress sets. Upgrade your living room, refresh your dining space, or create the bedroom you've always wanted just in time for the holidays.
Or take home what you love today with no money down, no minimum purchase, 0 interest financing until 2030. With extended store hours, bring home comfort, style, and savings during the Black Friday sale at Walker's.
When you're in a car wreck, we're not just here to fight for you. We're here as a family.
When I reached out to Craig Swaff and Associates, it got started right away. They made sure I received everything I was owed.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999. Toyotathon is on. Discover holiday magic with a new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing.
Wow.
Sick. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma.
Bingo.
Or find the best sledding spot with the Grand Highlander. Whoa. 'Tis the season for Toyotathon. Oh, Santa got my letter.
Toyotathon is on. And right now, you can lease a tough new 2025 Tacoma for just $259 per month.
Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
The Washington State Cougars wrapped up their Maui Invitational Tournament today in the third-place game up against the Seton Hall Pirates out of the Big East Conference. And the Cougs could not handle the Pirates, falling behind 75-61 to lose their 5th game, allowing an opponent to make half or more of their shots. Rahards Favors added another impressive night with 17 points off the bench, but he shot just 21% from 3. The team overall did. 15 turnovers doomed the Cougs to a 3-5 start of the season. The Cougs never led, and they allowed 50 paint points to a strong Seton Hall interior presence. Washington State sticks on the road next. They head to the Bradley Braves at Illinois. That's next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And Gonzaga stood no chance in their humiliating thrashing by the 7th-ranked Michigan Wolverines. 101-61 the final, and the worst loss in the Mark Few era. Gonzaga shot a miserable 14% from 3, and star big Graham Ike neutralized tonight. He shot 0 for 9 from the field, only making 1 point to add to his 0 rebounds and 0 assists. Tying Grant Foster and Braden Huff led the Zags with 14 points each, but they both shot pretty poorly overall. The Zags will lick their wounds for a pretty helpful 9-day break. They need that. That's before taking on the 19th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats in Nashville. The Idaho Vandals delivered a strong second-half performance in a 78-64 win over the Cal State Northridge Matadors, holding their Big West opponents to 36% shooting from the field and just 13% from 3. Biko Johnson paced the V's with 23 points, almost double his previous season high. A heck of a night for him. And Idaho continues their Holiday Hoops Classic down in Boise against the Sam Houston State Bearcats this Friday at 6 p.m. And a tough night for the Spokane Chiefs with Mathis Preston and Chase Harrington out at the CHL USA Prospects game as Spokane falls 6-1 to the visiting Kelowna Rockets. Will McIsaac scored the game's opening goal you saw right there, but then Kelowna blasted 2 in the first period, another pair in the second, and then another pair in the third to end up blowing the Chiefs out. The Chiefs now leave Spokane to face the Kamloops Blazers. That's coming up Friday at 7 p.m. Going back to Gonzaga women's basketball, star redshirt freshman Lauren Whitaker just shines in this new-look front court. We sat down with her to talk about her first collegiate role and how this team looks so far this early season. Lauren Whitaker is ready to etch her mark in the Gonzaga lore.
It was amazing. It was so good to be back on the court. I mean, I can't explain it. But just to be in the moment, I think it's so different when you're on the court and you're just feeling all the emotions and the game just kind of takes over.
She arrived to Gonzaga from New Zealand, the 6'3" forward, the only representative from her home nation to play in the NBA Basketball Without Borders Global Camp, and she promptly earned MVP.
Just coming here and experiencing for myself the culture and the community around Gonzaga was just something that you just get goosebumps every time. You know, it's a feeling that you can't kind of get rid of.
Whitaker learned under Zag's legend Yvonne Ejim last season, redshirting and absorbing the wealth of knowledge from the all-time program leading scorer.
I think that really helped me with my leadership, just understanding that everyone's different and how you apply those tools is different to every person. I think that's probably what's going to help us in the long run, is if we can connect together and treat each other like individuals, not as one collective that thinks the same.
Following Ejim's departure, Whitaker filled the Open Zags front court with the team-high 17 points and 8 rebounds per game, plus elite defense.
I don't know how long it's going to take, but she's going to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. We have her guarding interior players right now. She could very easily guard any of their guards as well. She's just that capable as a defender. She's a really good player. She's a great add to our team, and I think she's going to be an important part of what we do, each game and for a long time.
Paired with an electric backcourt of Allie Turner and Anesh Betancourt, Whitaker has an even higher ceiling to grow.
It's very helpful as a big because, you don't feel like you're getting double teamed or like you're, being held down low. They've obviously got to mark those point guards as well.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Christmas Tree Elegance 2025 brings 16 exciting trees worth up to $4,999 December 2nd through 14th at the Davenport Hotel and River Park Square.
We want a tree, and so can you.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. In the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
See your local GMC dealer.
This holiday season, you can count on Fred Meyer. You get up high quality and down low prices. Up high quality with our exclusive brands and down low prices on all your holiday needs. Because at Fred Meyer, quality and low prices always come together. Fred Meyer. Fresh for everyone.
Thank you. My son's already in the car. Bye. I think you're wonderful.
Bring me everything wicked.
The magic of your Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
92.9 CCU.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Answer to our trivia quiz, the Northern Pygmy Owl's nickname, Murder Muppet.
Aha.
Yes.
It was a Muppet.
Yes, Muppet.
Of course it was. All right. The last 15 days have all led to this moment, the finale of Spokane Valley Fire Department's Mustache Mania competition. Check it out. The 2 competitors battling it out for the title. Ken Only Hair There Witter and Dwayne Upper Lip Legend Hughes.
That's tough.
I know. They both are really great contenders.
My bracket busted a long time ago, but I did have Ken going to the finals.
Well, there you go. That's pretty good. And if you're still in, apparently our producer Alicia has been very consistent with this. Head to SVFD's Facebook page. Get your vote in. Thanks for joining us for Nightside.